Hello, everyone. Jerome, BFAM Cooking. You know what this is. Another cooking recipe. No, it isn't. Today, we're going back into the restaurant with Beyond the Restaurant Doors. We're doing an interview with somebody I really wanted you to get to know. I've been speaking with him and his people for a while. So anyway, let me get into it. Cultural tastemaker, family man, and renowned American chef, J.J. Johnson is most recognized for his innovative approach to Afro-Caribbean cuisine. His work has earned him numerous accolades, including the James Beard Foundation Award and two-time spot on National Restaurant News Power List. He has been featured on various TV shows, including Food Network's Chopped, Netflix Street Food, Selena plus Chef on HBO Max, and in his own show, Just Eat with Chef JJ on Cleo TV in its fifth season. That's right, 5. Chef JJ's 3-year labor of love focuses on rice, the simple art of rice. Recipes from across the world for the art of your table. This came out in September this year, and I'm giving that away with a signed copy from Chef JJ. At FIELDTRIP, JJ's rapidly growing, multi-unit, fast, casual rice bowl concept, he champions sustainability, working with rice farmers and producers to source the freshest ingredients. With 3 locations throughout New York City, he is a community advocate for food justice and equality, raising awareness throughout the industry. Everybody, you know what this is. This is Jerome, BFAM Cooking, and I have brought you somebody that you need to know. This man has been around and did it, and is running from place to place to place. That's all I see is this guy moving. He's over here, he's over there. I'm gonna see him in a couple of weeks. You know, it's gonna be great. My wife is expecting a meal like you never had a meal at the Gustibus. So let's just go ahead and knock that out. I'll just tell you right now, that's what I'm looking for. I don't have to go back into the intro, but we know that you are a graduate of CIA. We know that you have been up there with Mr. Smalls. We know that you are running 3 restaurants at one time. We know that you're running from place to place to place, like you're out there at the cookout. You're on TV shows. You're running a TV show in its 5th year. That's right. I said 5. Chef JJ Johnson. Please tell me a little bit about yourself, sir.
What's up? Thanks for having me. I don't know. You did an amazing job. I mean, I got to bring you on the stage with me at the Degustibus so you can hype me up before the show.
Oh, don't worry. I already talked to my friend there. We get around. We know a couple people. You know, Sal's going to make sure that he treats you right.
No, it's a pleasure being on your show. And I'm calling in from my New York City apartment. As you can see, some cabinets are open behind me. Means I was probably cooking for my kids for their dinner. But no, you know, everything's great. Chef and founder of FIELDTRIP just came out with a cookbook called The Simple Art of Rice. I'm all about community and people. And I think food is the greatest connector in the world.
Yes, you are. And you're running around. Where is the crown at? I'm looking for the crown. I heard something about being the king of rice. You know,
I'm the king of rice. Yes. I'm the king of rice. Yes, I'm the king of rice. I try to give as much homage and respect to all rice communities around the world. And people want to debate me about rice all day and every day, and that's okay.
And that's good to hear, sir. So the thing is that for me, I was like, that cannot be him sitting in his restaurant. I was like, I went to go visit a friend at one of my old jobs down there at 30 Rock, and you were sitting in your restaurant at 30 Rock at FIELDTRIP. And I'm like, that could not be him sitting there. I had just saw you on Selena, you know, Selena's chef. And I just saw you on that Secret Chef show. I was like, that is not. I walked by, got my knapsack on. I'm thinking, I just left Michael Jenkins at Butter. And I was like, hey, Michael, how you doing? I just want to drop this wedding present off for you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going over to see my friend. You know, he works at Ops at NBC. You know, I used to work there for news. You know, now I'm here doing my thing at some other spot, which you no longer are a member of. I guess you decided to go otherwhere, but I'm not even going to talk about that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right, because I wouldn't be talking about your POS system that you changed from and went to someplace else. I won't say that. But what I'm going to say is I'm glad to have met you personally, or skimmed by, waved at you, because I would not have ventured out and said, hey, if I saw you walking. I saw Amberelle walking in front of school when I was teaching at Pratt, and I was like, hey, I was going to say hello to Ann, but I'm like, this is New York City. I can't be showing my face out there like that.
Well, you know, you can say hello to anybody. I appreciate you giving me the peace sign and scrolling by. I'm sad I couldn't have chopped it up with you longer. But it's great to hear you supporting chefs, dropping off a wedding present to the chef at Butter. Michael, great guy, cooks amazing food. So good to hear that. And I'm eager here to talk about everything and anything.
Cool. So, sir, let's get into it. I got this book, this thick 3 years worth of love, you know, talking about simple art of rice. Now, I'm digging into this. You love some rice. I mean, I didn't even know there was that many rice. I know white rice, and I'm looking at it now. There's a whole. I mean, I know sushi rice. I know some
deeper than that now. Come on, Jerome, it's deeper than that. You got the book. It's deeper than that.
I got the book.
Got it. You got the book. No, the goal is to celebrate the culture of people from around the world. And there's many different rice dishes. There's many different storytelling. And the goal for me is to let people know that rice is simple. It makes your life easier as long as you know how to cook it properly.
So that, speaking about cooking it properly, I hear what you're saying. It doubles in size. We know that. We know that we shouldn't be throwing salt in the water, because you've told us many times. I've seen every interview you possibly could have about when you're supposed to put that salt in there, how much water you're supposed to put on it. And I guess that's based on the types of rice. So now you went out, you made me go to Amazon and pick up some black rice, right? So okay. I got that, right? So I'm going to work with that coming up soon. I'll throw some recipes out there myself using your book, right? I found out that from you, again, in another interview, that California is known for its sushi rice. Is that right?
Yeah, California has a sushi producer that makes sushi rice. That's probably one of the best sushi rices in the world. They also make California white rice, 5 generations, which is a crop that might be lost because of water, because you need water irrigation. So yeah, every part of the country is making rice. I think that the media has just taken it away from us because it's no longer a cash crop, right? And that's the big issue behind it. But New Jersey makes rice. Hudson Valley makes rice. Martha Vineyards used to make rice. The Delta between Mississippi and Louisiana makes rice. The Gullah Geechee Islands, we know that. American South makes rice. Arkansas, biggest rice producer in the world. So West Virginia has a rice farmer. So come on now. You can get rice. You can get good rice. You don't got to get that enriched rice anymore.
So California, I was going to say, it's Carolina Gold is what we're known for based on the slave trade, right? It comes in there and we produce this basically white rice, and we say, hey, this is all we got. Now, my Nana, seeing that you from Long Island, you know, I don't know where from Long Island, but I do know from Long Island. Right?
I was born there. My mom is from Long Island. She's from the Wine Dance, Babylon, Amityville area.
Okay, but we ain't got to get specific. But I am from Long Island. I'm born in Bayshore, and I currently live in Central Islip. So
you never know. My mom could have been your kindergarten teacher.
She could have been. Well, that's definitely a could have been, because I'm really popular out here. So we the name gets around. People know people. Being from Long Island, we are a what I call a microcosm of the world. It is Americana American, right? We have the suburbs that bring in people. From my high school, we had people from Russia, we had people from China, we had people from all over. So all of our cultures are mixed, and that's why I love American cuisine, because we basically take from all the parts of the world and mix it together and then make it our own and then throw our stamp on it. Like, you know, Chinese food is really American Chinese food, right? So we from that store, that field trip itself is you taking from a little piece, and making it a thing. Could you tell me a little about Field Trip and how you're incorporating that?
We're doing everything at Field Trip. Rice is the center of the plate. You're on a field trip. You're going all around the world for all the trips I went to. That's my dog in the background. She's a poodle. She hears everything. But you know, you're going around the world. You're going everywhere. We have black rice, pineapple black fried rice from Singapore with peri sauce. The influence of that dish is basically thinking of Singaporean chili, crab chili. And that sauce, when I ate that in Singapore, reminded me of peri. So it has salmon on top, or doing coconut sticky rice with uptown curry sauce and shrimp. That's for everybody in Southeast Asia. Carolina gold rice with crispy chicken and barbecue sauce. That's for the American South. Or getting into Tex-Mex with black beans and brisket and brown rice, because Texas produces the most brown rice. So each bowl tells you a story. We go all around the world. We're taking you on a field trip. And then every bowl has wok vegetables in it, which has collard greens. Collard greens are our McDonald's French fries. That's what it's like.
That's what it's really like. I got a chance to talk with some of your employees when I stopped by.
What they talking about?
What they talk? Well, that's just, hey, you got some great people working for you. I got to admit that. They're there to support, you know, and it's difficult to find people of color who are fully engaged in exactly what they're doing, and that's what they seem to be doing. So that's an A+ for you, my friend. You know, as you can tell, my biggest thing is I'm trying to find out what people of color are doing out there in the food space and trying to share that. I'm ex-military myself, so I'm trying to build a community around both food and that, because my wife and I travel for food. In fact, we just got back from Santa Fe in that area.
How was it? How was Santa Fe?
For me, a little dangerous. I didn't realize the altitude was trying to kill me.
Oh, the altitude.
Altitude was trying to kill me. Yeah, put me in the hospital for a day. I didn't realize.
The altitude, you know, you got to take deep breaths, I tell people. Because you got to fill out your lungs up with a lot of air. I didn't realize Santa Fe had high altitude like that.
Yeah, it does. And I'm warning everybody now. FYI, drink a lot of water and go to a sports store and get you some oxygen, because that definitely was not fun. But I digress, as they say. I got to learn about some Christmas peppers, and that was really good. Learned about some beans and cooking at high altitude. But that's basically what we do. We go to Italy, and we go to France, and we go all different places to try and find out about food culture and what is hot in their particular space. I assume that's something that you're doing, especially if you call your restaurant Field Trip, that you're out there trying to explore the culture. And
yeah, I'm always trying to explore the culture and pay homage and learn through other eyes. If it's through chefs, if it's through the people there, exploring foods in places that many people haven't went before. And when you travel, you're Black and you're traveling, or you're a person of color, you look at food very differently. I was just in Cartagena. Food was phenomenal. And it's the Afro Coast. It has a slave trade to it. People aren't talking that story. Anthony Bourdain went there. He wasn't saying those things. So I think the perspective around food is really important, especially when somebody of color, Black, Latino, is telling a story, because it's totally, completely different than other people and the experience.
Yes, sir. I do agree with you on that. It's definitely a different experience, and to find the real roots of things is really important to me, because it's the history that we aren't being taught in school. To find out about the rice, where that came from and why it got here, why they were looking for particular peoples of particular regions to become the indentured people that they were, to grow the product, to make it a cash crop, to grow the community or the country. But to see that we're now moving up in the food space. I mean, you've gotten your James Beard. You went to school. Tell me a little bit about CIA. I want to know about that school. Lost your voice.
I went to CIA in Hyde Park, New York. I was the worst person in my class, and my dad made me push it through. I got my bachelor's degree there. I met some of the best people. I would do it again and again and again, and I loved it. I fell in love with the Hudson Valley, partied at Marist, partied at Vassar, and some of my closest friends in the world are from the CIA. So I'm very thankful for going there. I owe a lot of money to Sally Mae, but who doesn't?
Right, they're your cousins, right? You only got to pay them all. Keep paying them. My wife and I also visited there just to check out the program and see what was going on. We had dinner at the French restaurant that's in the school.
Gosh, because it used to be a Scafia. I don't know I forgot the name now. But yeah, no, it's phenomenal. It's like Disney World there.
Yes, it's like this, especially for foodie people. So okay, all right. So I have a series of like crazy questions to go over with you, and I want to make sure that I hit some of these things. So are you really even thinking about doing, I mean, a show on the aptitude of the opportunity of Field Trip? Because it seems like you could put together, you go someplace and discuss the culture and the food and get you narrowed down. I think I know it's different than your show that you currently have, Eats with JJ, that's in the house, in the kitchen, with different people.
Yeah, Just Eats on Cleo TV is me, kitchen table talk. People come over, we hang out, I cook, we have a great time. I love the show on my 5th season. Always looking to keep having creative shows that I could be a part of or be a part of, create. I think there's a lot of stories that still need to be told around food that just haven't been, and I want to be a part of that. So it could be traveling, it could be podcast form, it could be sitcom, it could be many different ways. So my brain is always thinking in that creative way.
And I like to hear that from you. Your future plans? Are you looking? I don't want to steal any ideas or give away anything that you're working on, but I assume you're doing volume 2 of this rice book, because it's intense. It's a thick book. The visuals on it are tremendous. I like the artwork you got in there, and the photos are really, really good. But I haven't gotten deep into the reading yet. I need to spend some time, but we've been traveling, so this September just came too quick and went by too fast. So
a second version of the rice book, maybe. I think I'm still on this one. Everybody thought, oh man, it's 3 months, man, you good? Like, no, we still pushing. We still try to make it pop, and it's a book that could be around for a really long time. Could there be a second part of it? Hopefully. I look at this book like salt, fat, acid. I think people have to be comfortable with different story perspectives, right? And a lot of people think that rice is just Asian, or rice doesn't come in these areas, or is disrespected. So I'm eager to see how people consistently keep writing about it, how we keep talking about it. But hey, yeah, hopefully one day we could do a version 2, from your mouths to God's ears.
Yes. I mean, at least I'm thinking more of a video version thereof. Where you're traveling, and talking the stories that you have in the book, right? I know that you're a family man. I believe you have twins. Is that correct?
Yes, I have twins. Yes, 6 years old.
Yeah, so you're traveling all over the country. Are you lapsing the whole family with you when you're going out to the cookout and the?
Sometimes they're with me. A lot of times they're not.
You did Food and Wine this year. I know you did a different experience. This happened to be the only year that we didn't do it because we were going away. But you had that major event that happened there, which was with Marcus Samuelson, and I think it was the rap thing. It's like a
this year event at New York City Food and Wine Festival was the cookout. was hosted by me. We had Angela Yee, Tamron Hall. We had Run DMC. We had Run from Run DMC. We had Ice-T perform. You know, it was a celebration of Black chefs and what you would bring to the cookout celebrating 50 years of hip hop. I think one of the most epic events in the history of the festival. And for me, it was something I've been working on with Lee Strager and his team to keep bringing diversity to the festival, if it's here or if it's in Miami. So we'll be bringing it down to Miami and celebrating it there as well.
You did the cookout also with our friend there down in, I want to say Virginia, also this year. You're just like all over, man. I know you were there because I saw the video of you doing the spin thing. You were doing a dance.
Virginia? No, I wasn't in Virginia this year.
Okay, so now I got to look it up, but I'll check it out before.
I mean, I've been a lot of places, but I haven't been to Virginia. Only time I'm in Virginia is when I see family.
Yeah. So it wasn't the cookout that was the regular cookout? I thought you were at the Black Culinary Festival mid-March or something like that. But maybe I'm wrong. I could be. I've been talking with all you people since like February of last year about to try to put this on. So like you've done so much between now and then, and I've been following everything to keep on top.
You got me thinking I could have been somewhere in March. It's all good. I could have been somewhere. I was definitely somewhere in March. I just don't know where I was.
Didn't you do the Caribbean?
You know where I actually was? No. You know where I was? I was in the Bahamas at the Atlantis doing Jerk Fest with Wyclef last year in March.
Oh.
And we'll be back again this year.
Back again this year. So what exactly from all these different events that a celebrity chef like yourself goes out and do, is there something that I could glean from that? That is it just that you got to get out there? Is there just an exposure issue that you know?
No, I think it's different. Like it's different than when you're an athlete or performer or artist, right? You're on the radio, you're on streaming. So these are ways to connect with your fan base or to build fan base. So, fortunate that people want to bring me out places and try to balance it all with the restaurants that I have. And I think everybody has just a different journey. This is the journey I'm on right now. And some of that journey might change in 2024, 25. But the journey I'm on right now is this. I'm traveling now to promote the book, to try to get it in many people's hands as possible in many different regions around the country. So yeah, very, very, that's the goal.
So in my particular case, in supporting the book and supporting you in the book, I'm doing a giveaway. So I have 2 of your signed copies from your little online thing that you did for an hour. I bought 2 of those extra thing, plus the copy that I had already pre-bought, like at the beginning of the year.
Thank you.
Right. So I'm doing a giveaway and make sure we get. I'm gonna be doing a couple of promotional videos in reference to that to make sure that gets out. Is there something else that we as a community supporting all of our chefs of color should be doing to make sure that we can support you better? That's basically it. You only have your restaurants are all in New York City. That's very localized, right? How do I get it across the country? How do I get it to my friends in Germany? How do I get it to my friends in Italy? How do I get you supported around the world? Because that's the biggest thing that I can hope to do here at BFAM to grow.
I think what you're doing right now is the support. You're helping spread the word. You're helping bring more awareness with using your fan base and telling people. I'm thankful for that and grateful for it. So you just keep doing what you're doing, and people that in your network will come out and support me. So thank you.
Oh, that's no reason to thank me. I'm just trying to make sure that the right people get seen. Because I didn't get a chance to see you when you in the high-end restaurant. Now you're doing the fast serve. You're not there as often. Obviously, that's something that somebody else is really in the kitchen for. But I'm looking to taste the flavors that you're producing to see how we can better enjoy them and see where the spots of which they're coming from, so I can travel to them and network with that. But let me hit you with the other questions in American food culture and people of color. How are these things, you know, related in your mind?
American food culture is birthed by people of color and the native people.
And so what you're saying is it's related by corn, or is it just related by just because they were doing the work?
I think that, like, when we think about American food culture, right? It's bourbon, it's rice, it's corn, it's potatoes. You know, those things are birthed out of the American South or the native people that have been here. So you can't think that American culture is just birthed by, you know, colonizers, right? They brought people with them that built the culture, that made the place a very wealthy society, which is agriculture, which Black people did. So, and then we see that with Uncle Nearest, with the Jack Daniels issue that occurred. So I think if people don't believe that American culture is based off of, you know, Black culture during that time, then you got to look at what you're consuming and eating and the native people that were here.
Cool. Word. I understand what you're saying. I hear you, and I'm glad you said it. These are Uncle Nearest is a brand, another brand that I support that's really out there. I gotta make it down to the actual store there and say hello, shake some hands. But for you, you have spent a lot of time just trying to get this book out. One thing I need to know about the book, just give me one little recipe that you must try tomorrow.
One recipe you must try tomorrow? You got to try the curry chickpeas and rice.
Curry chickpeas and rice. Okay. Why? Why that one over the
you said tomorrow because you got all over what?
Over the oxtails. Oxtail.
Because you have all those ingredients already in your house. You don't need to run to the store.
Yeah, because I would have to order the oxtails. Although I did order some venison recently and some elk.
Ooh.
I'm waiting for the elk to come in right now after going to Geronimo's restaurant in Santa Fe. Well, sir, I don't want to take up much of your time. I think I pretty much got everything that I needed. And I know that you need a break from all this rushing around here. Take care of the dog. Dog probably has to go out. That may be it.
Might be that. You might be correct, my friend.
You running back to back. The dog's probably just saying, hey, I need to go out. You need to look at me. So I know that. But Chef JJ, it has been a pleasure. Thank you for taking so much time to sit back and talk with me. I know it's been a long journey for us, but I'll see you relatively soon, you know, and you get to meet the wife and everything on my side. And we'll chop it up then. I'll get to taste some flavors you bring.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Gustavus, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic, sir.
Thanks for having me on. Have a great rest of your day.
Been a pleasure. Bye.